Vitiating elements. Certain conduct may render a contract defective to the extent that it becomes void, voidable, or unenforceable in law. Such conduct is said to have vitiated the contract or a particular term. This tutorial provides an overview of 5 common examples: misrepresentation, duress, undue influence, mistake, and illegality. Misrepresentation. A misrepresentation is a false statement of material fact made by one party, the representor, to another, the representee, with the effect that the representee is induced to enter into the contract on the basis of the misrepresentation. The effect of the misrepresentation is to render the contract voidable, a remedy whereby the representee is entitled to rescind the contract and claim damages. Alternatively, the representee may affirm the contract and claim damages only. Direct and indirect representations. In considering whether a representation has been made falsely, a distinction can be drawn between direct and indirect representations. It can, for example, be determined whether a representation made directly by the representor to the representee is false by simply having regard to the evidence. By contrast, it is more difficult to determine whether an indirect representation is false. There can generally not, for example, be misrepresentation by silence in circumstances where a party is not subject to any positive duty of disclosure. Nevertheless, a representation by conduct may amount to a misrepresentation if it is false and the representor fails to correct the impression which he has given. In Gordon and Sellico, for example, a seller who concealed patches of dry rot in a property with the intent to deceive a purchaser was found liable for misrepresentation by conduct, an indirect representation. A